Hi, everyone. Welcome to Digital Experience. This is a combination release video from the last 2 weeks and our planning video for the upcoming 2 weeks. It's the first week of the calendar year, Wednesday, January 3rd. We're all back from a rested vacation. I actually don't have my board open. There we go. So I guess I'll go first and then pass it on to Trevor, and we'll kind of go in that order. We didn't even arrange all of this beforehand. But so right before the break, I did take a chunk of time off for the holidays. But before that, I did some handbook page updates with how to unpublish information in or unpublish entries in Contentful. We ran into some issues where pages were being unpublished, but you have to rerun the pipeline. So just making sure that that's part of our troubleshooting handbook for incidents going forward. And I also created a incident response handbook page for hopefully other teams can kind of take a look and see how things are built and troubleshoot themselves if any of our team members are not online. I updated the blog categories page just for SEO, just making sure that there's always a H1 tag and that some of the metadata was intact for the categories pages. And I believe that's it for me for that. Other than that, I was doing onboarding with a bunch of the teams for onboarding onto the CMS right before the break. My upcoming sprint, I have some finishing up for one of the localization pages, moving to Contentful, localized pages moving to Contentful. I have a blog issue for header text, making sure that styling is different between different sizes of header text. And then I've got some issues for the Atlassian page, some updates for the hero and some other general updates for the overall page. And then I'll continue on with CMS onboarding for the last, I think, 5 or 6 teams, and then work on the community pages and some small updates for those teams as well using the CMS. I think that's it for me. I'll pass it to Trevor.
Thanks, Laura. So last iteration, I worked on the code suggestions experience, worked on product marketing page opportunities from Quantum Metric and visual design opportunities for our design systems slippers. This iteration, I will be working on an experience to drive more qualified traffic to commercial focused selling pages, creating a point solution comparison experience. Then lastly, working on our hero section layout consistency for solution pages. That's everything for me. I'll pass it over to Miguel.
Thanks, Trevor. So yeah, last week I helped to add video embeds to the customer case studies. So that had to accept new content types on the customer pages in Contentful, and also some changes to the component. So yeah, that was it last week. And this week I started with I think it's in the blog we were having a problem where some format with a combination of HTML and Markdown wasn't working correctly, and then I helped solve that for a couple of blog posts. And I also worked some more on the open source migration, but it's kind of a tricky one because of the nested templates. And but I did some work on that, and I will continue that with that in this iteration. What else? I will also be working on a little bug where the break lines do not work on the blocks. I think I saw kind of like the source of a problem solving the panel heading stuff. So I think that will be an easy win. And continue working on the open source, and that will be for me. Next is Mateo.
Thank you, Miguel. So previous iteration, I fixed some Google Analytic errors in the blog. I also supported the release of the new feature for the blog, which is adding external links. We were doing that for a security patch and release on the blog. I also worked on using the Contentful template, the new one, for the press release landing page and the post themselves, and also The press recent news, the recent news are also using that new template, and they were just merged this morning. Also fixed a couple of truncated blogs that had a migration error. And that's it for the previous iteration. For this one, I will be working on a bunch of bugs in the blog and then continuing with page migrations. This one is also a bit of a shorter iteration because we had the holiday on Monday for the 1st of January, and then Colombia has another one on next Monday. So yeah, I'll pass it back to Filza.
Yeah, I got nothing else. I'm just looking forward to a great first iteration of the calendar year. Thanks, everyone.